Hello class 6 students, how are you all? Hope you all are doing well. I am Monica Bajaj, your science teacher, and today we will discuss about your chapter number 10, the habitat of the living. Habitat. Habitat is the home of an organism, maybe a plant or an animal. Habitat is the place where an organism finds comfort, safety, food, water, air, shelter and suitable conditions for breeding and survival. Since the needs of the different organisms are different, naturally their habitats are also different. Habitat provides almost everything to an organism which is needed by it. Habitat also provide protection to animals from their enemies and conditions to breed and survive. In other words, we can say that habitat means the living or dwelling place of an organism. For example, the freshwater fish cannot live in seawater and vice versa. See these pictures. Components of a habitat. A habitat consists of the following components: biotic components and abiotic components. First one is biotic components. Biotic components include all living organisms, example plants, animals, insects, human beings, microorganisms, etc. They are called living components. Abiotic components. Abiotic components include all non-living things like soil, water, atmosphere, sunlight, rainfall, etc. They are also called non-living components. Now, types of habitat. There are three main types of habitat in the biosphere. First one is terrestrial habitat or land habitat. Second one is aquatic habitat or water habitat. And the last one is arboreal habitat. Now let's discuss about terrestrial habitat. Terrestrial habitat consists of habitats on land like forest, grasslands, desert and mountain. Organisms that live on land like cow, horse, lion, elephant, camel and tiger are terrestrial organisms. These are some pictures of terrestrial animals: tiger, cow and elephant. Now let's discuss about aquatic habitat. Aquatic habitat includes habitat in water like ponds, lakes, rivers and oceans. Organisms that live in water like fish, lotus, water lily, water chestnut and water hyacinth are aquatic organisms. Let's see some pictures of aquatic elements: fish, duck and lotus. Now, arboreal habitat. Arboreal habitat include habitat on trees. Organisms that live on trees like monkeys and squirrels are arboreal organisms. Birds have aerial habitat as they use the sky or air for their activities. Some animals like frog and toad live both on land and in water. They are called amphibians and the habitat is called amphibious habitat. See this picture of monkey and then squirrel. Adaptations in terrestrial habitats. First one is deserts. In deserts, there is a scarcity of water and the climate is hot and dry. There is a short rainy season followed by a long dry season. Some living organisms have adapted to live in these environmental conditions. Two common organisms in the habitat are camel, an animal, and cactus, a plant. Let us study the adaptation in these two organisms. First one is adaptation in a camel. Camel is the only large animal that survives in desert conditions. Camel is called ship of desert. It is adapted to the desert conditions because of the following. Its limbs contain large pads which help it to move on hot and slippery sand. The hump of the camel is a reservoir of food in the form of fat. It drinks a large quantity of water and store it in water cells. muscles, and connective tissues. It can live without drinking water for about 2 weeks. It excretes very little water in the form of urine. Now let's see an extra mile. Camel can drink 40 liters of water in 10 minutes. It can adjust its internal temperature according to the surrounding air. It sweats profusely in the bright sun to maintain its body temperature. Adaptation in desert plant. The plants that grow under very poor water conditions such as in deserts are called xerophyte. Plants like cacti and aponcia are adapted to hot and dry climate of deserts. Cacti plants can store in their spongy stems. These are called succulent plant. The desert plants also show the following characteristics to survive in hot and dry climate. Leaves are either absent, very small, or reduced to spines. This helps to reduce water loss through transpiration. The leaves bear sunken stomata to reduce the rate of transpiration. The thick cuticle is found on the stem and leaves for the prevention of loss of water. Next is adaptation to mountainous regions. In these areas, temperature is very low and cold winds blow throughout the year. Mountains are normally covered with snow in winters. Plants. The trees are mostly cone-shaped with sloping branches. The leaves of some trees are needle. This is a pine tree and this is a deodar tree. The leaves of some trees are needle-like. This helps the rainwater and snow to slide off easily. Boreal trees get less sunlight and therefore consume less energy. Some plants are also able to grow under a layer of snow. Next is animals. Polar bear, yaks, mountain goats are commonly found in these areas. They show the following adaptive features. The animals in this region are usually white or light colored. This helps them to camouflage with the surroundings. This also helps them in thermal regulation. They have thick skin or fur to protect them from cold. A yak's thick coat of fur protects it from cold. When the ground is covered with snow, the yak uses its hooves and horns to break the ice and gaze on the grass beneath. See some pictures. This is a yak, a polar bear, mountain goat, penguin, and a snow leopard. A snow leopard has a thick layer of fur on its body, including feet and toes to protect it from the cold. In polar bears, there is a thick layer of fur on the body and a layer of fat underneath its skin which protects the animal from cold. Padded feet help it to walk on snow. The mountain goat has strong hooves which help it to run up the rocky slopes of mountains. Many animals like bears undergo hibernation, that is, they go to sleep for entire winter. Birds such as swallows migrate to warmer places. Penguins are also adapted to live in polar regions. They have feathers as well as thick layer of fat under the skin called blubber that protect them from cold. They also stay in groups to keep themselves warm. Adaptations for grasslands. The grassland covers nearly 1/4 of total Earth land. They are the areas with tall grasses with few trees. Plants. The plants have strong roots that prevent winds from uprooting them. Plants have narrow or tiny leaves to reduce water loss. Roots of some plants extend deep into the soil to absorb as much water as possible. This also prevents grazing animals from pulling the roots out. Next one is animals. The animals such as zebra, cheetahs, deer, gazelle and lions are commonly found here. The animals show following adapted features. First one is adaptations in herbivorous. Herbivorous animals have the following adaptations. They have strong teeth for chewing and cutting hard grass. Their ears are long to detect the movement of predators. They have long legs and hooves to run fast and escape predators. They have eyes on the sides of their head, which help them look in all directions for predators' presence. Second one is adaptation in carnivorous. Animals that prey upon the herbivorous are called carnivorous. Lion, tiger, leopard and hyena are carnivorous found in grassland. They have the following adaptations. They have sharp claws to catch, hold and tear the bodies of their prey. Their skin is light brown in color or patchy. This helps them hide and not get spotted during day while hunting. These are some pictures. Lion, tiger, leopard. Their eyes are in front, which help them in locating the prey. They have long and strong canines, which help them in tearing the flesh. Third one is adaptations for aquatic habitat. A large number of plants and animals are found in water. Let us study their adaptive features. Plants. Plants growing in aquatic conditions are called hydrophytes. Hydrophytes are of following three types. First one is floating plants. Plants like pistia, water hyacinth and lemna float freely on the surface of water. They have spongy and swollen leaves and stems. Next is submerged plants. Plants like hydrilla, vallisneria, etc. remain underwater and their roots are embedded in the mud. They have narrow leaves with no stomata. Fixed floating plants. Plants like lotus and trap are attached to the soil at the bottom of the ponds and rest of their parts floats on the surface of the water. They have long and hollow stems. Their leaves are broad and saber-shaped. See this picture. A water hyacinth, hydrilla, lotus. Aquatic plants do not face the problem of transpiration and have the following adaptations. Due to plenty of water, the roots of aquatic plants are of secondary importance. Thus, they are either poorly developed as in hydrilla or completely absent as in ceratophyllum. Plants that live in flowing water have long, narrow, spongy and flexible stems. This prevents the plants from being carried away with water. They have hollow stems and air chambers to help flotation. Leaves of plants like lotus and water lily are large and flat with waxy coating to make them waterproof. Animals. In fish, body shape is streamlined and fins are present. These features help in swimming. Gills are present which help the fish to breathe underwater. In frogs, which live both in water and on land, the following features are present. Webbed feet to help in swimming. Lungs for respiration on land and moist skin for respiration in water. Strong hind legs to help in leaping and catching the prey. Dolphins and whales do not have gills. They breathe in air through nostrils or blowholes. Nostrils are located on the upper part of their heads. This allows them to breathe in air when they come near to the surface of water. See these pictures. Dolphin, whale. Adaptations to oceans. Marine animals like fish, squids, octopus, dolphins, whales, etc. live in sea or ocean. most sea animals have streamlined bodies. Fish, whales, dolphins have streamlined bodies. Some sea animals such as squids and octopus do not have streamlined bodies. However, when they move in water, their bodies acquire streamlined shape. They stay deeper in the ocean near the seabed. Adaptation for tropical rainforest. Tropical rainforests have tall evergreen trees. These leaves form a dense canopy which prevents sunlight from reaching the forest floor. Due to excessive rain, trees get plenty of water to grow. Plants. Plants like tropical rainforests show the following adaptations. The leaves of trees are large, have specialized tips. These are called drip tips. The drip allows the raindrops to drop off from the leaves. This protects the leaves from rotting. Due to shortage of light, the vegetation on forest floor is poor. But some plants like lianas creep along the nearby trees to get exposure to sunlight. Some forest trees have buttress root to provide extra stability because their main roots are not very deep. Animals. Animals show the following adaptive features. Because of large number of animals, there is always the competition for food. Many animals have adapted by learning to eat a particular food which is eaten by no other animal. Jaguars, leopards have spots on their bodies which make it difficult for their prey to see them. Monkeys have strong arms and legs to climb trees and swing from branch to branch. They use their long tail to coil around the branches while swinging from branch to branch. The sloth exhibits camouflage. The ability of certain animals to blend with the surroundings make them difficult to spot is called camouflage. This adaptation enables them to hide from predators. Now let's quick revise with Reader's Digest. Habitat is the home for an organism, maybe a plant or an animal. A habitat consists of the following components: biotic and abiotic. The grassland covers nearly 1/4 of total Earth's land. Plants growing in aquatic conditions are hydrophytes. Tropical rainforests have tall evergreen trees. Okay class, we have done our chapter. Now it's time to take your leave. Thank you.